So I'm Dave Ryan. I'm the Chief of Hematology Oncology and the Clinical Director of the Cancer Center. It is my distinct honor to recognize and celebrate a truly remarkable physician, scientist, teacher, and friend, Dr. Bruce Chabner. As you saw in the video, among Bruce's many accomplishments, the greatest and most cherished is the training of several generations of oncologists. I'm fortunate to count myself among them as a member of the first fellowship class when Bruce came to the General in 1995. And I've learned many things from Bruce over the years. I met Bruce when he was in his late 50s, which doesn't seem so old anymore, and I was just 30. I didn't realize what he was trying to teach me at the time. Now, in retrospect, it seems very clear. He always brought it back to the patient and the fundamental principles of oncology. And now that we're both a little older and a little grayer, we can admit that he was trying to teach me something more about this great culture. Bruce taught me that a culture that puts the patient first and accesses all that science and medicine have to offer is something to be treasured. And we celebrate that culture tonight. And stewarding that culture can sometimes feel overwhelming. As you walk the halls of MGH with its statues and ether dome and portraits of great MGH people in the past, it gets overwhelming. But something then happens over the years. You begin to realize that the General, it's filled with real people doing real work with human hands who were inspired by the generations before them and are inspiring to the young faculty and trainees that they're teaching today. People like Bruce. Bruce, on behalf of the hundreds of fellows that you have trained and the countless thousands of patients who have experienced the fruits of your labor, I would like to say thank you. I have to say the proudest moment of my career was when I was named the Bruce Chabner Chair of Hematology Oncology. No doubt big shoes to fill, but Bruce is a constant source of strength and sage advice for me and so many others. He is the essence of the 100. So he's here tonight with his family, including his incredible wife, as you saw, Davy Ellen, an army of friends and supporters. It is my great privilege to ask Bruce Chabner to stand and be recognized. So it is fitting that our next honoree comes from somebody who Bruce made the introduction to us. Our next honoree, the Lazarex Cancer Foundation, based in Danville, California. Clinical trials, as you've heard, well, they're the mechanism of discovery in medicine. They provide access to promising new therapies for patients whose cancers haven't responded to traditional therapies. They lead to FDA approval for new drugs, and they change the standards of care. But perhaps most importantly, the clinical trials of today will lead to the cures of tomorrow. Dana Dornsife recognized the importance of clinical trials when her brother-in-law, Mike, was diagnosed with advanced pancreatic cancer at age 42. And clinical trials helped extend his life for nearly 2 years. For Mike and his family, this time was filled with precious memories and wonderful events. It is only through clinical trials that 2 years will become 5, and 5 years will become 10, and 10 years will become cures. Motivated by this experience, Dana established Lazarex in 2006, and since then, the foundation has changed thousands of lives. Please listen.
Lazarex Cancer Foundation was started in 2007 to help end-stage cancer patients navigate through clinical trial options and to provide financial assistance to them if they need it in order to participate in clinical trials.
The Lazarex Foundation looks out for cancer patients, and they look out for cancer patients in ways that really other foundations don't. It's talked about a lot how so few patients that are eligible to participate in oncology clinical trials don't. Somewhere between 5 and 10% only of patients participate in clinical trials.
Our goal is to eliminate the barriers that exist for patients to participate in clinical trials and make breakthroughs in technology available to everyone, regardless of where they live, what their socioeconomic status is, what their treatment history may be. We believe in equal access to potentially life-saving drugs that are in clinical trials.
Being on the clinical trial has improved the quality of our life because it's offered us more hope than the standard medicine can offer us. Walking through cancer is so incredibly stressful, and Lazarex has been a godsend for us. It's, allowed me to fly down to my treatment every week down in Southern California, and it's just taken a lot of financial stress off of our shoulders.
I don't know if words can express how grateful I am for Lazarex to be there and for their support.
It's very important to all of us that the patients we serve know that they are cared for, that they have value, that we've restored their dignity, and that they have hope.
I want to watch my little boy grow up. We have something, very special. Just gonna keep fighting and just never give up. That's our motto. We're never gonna give up. And just so incredibly thankful that we found Lazarex to help us get through this tough time.
I'm very fortunate to be able to say we can fill this room with people who are here today, living, breathing proof that participation in clinical trials works.
Since the Mass General Cancer Center was introduced to the Lazarex Cancer Foundation, we have discovered a powerful synergy in our missions, where we both share a commitment to caring for underserved populations and a commitment to clinical trials. Neither of us can accomplish our mission alone. We are so thrilled to partner with the Lazarex Cancer Foundation, and we are pleased to honor the foundation among the 2013 100. I'd like to ask Dana and Sue Sappington, their director, from the Lazarex Cancer Foundation, to please stand and be recognized.